Hey guys, it's Paul, and in today's video I'm going to highlight 12 ways to boost your mood. So if you're feeling low, if you're feeling depressed, then these 12 tips are going to help massively. Now, before I highlight the 12 ways to boost your mood, it's important to note that if you feel depressed right now, or if you feel low, it's perfectly fine. Okay, we have to talk about depression more because 1 in 4 people will suffer with depression. And it's important to note that depression is something that you can handle. You know, there's so many people that have suffered with depression in the past and overcame it. And, you know, myself included. So it's important to notice that how you're feeling right now can be changed. And these 12 tips are hopefully going to help you. So the first one is exercise. Now, you probably know the benefits of exercise, and you don't need me to tell you the benefits of exercise, but, you know, I'm not going all scientific on you, but exercise releases chemicals called endorphins. And endorphins are simply what you call the feel-good hormone. And when you do a bit of exercise, you're going to really, you know, it's going to release endorphins, it's going to make you feel better. So what you can do is when you're feeling low, when you're feeling depressed, just do a little bit of exercise, and you know, try and think back to the last time you exercised. Try and think back to that feeling that you had once you completed the session. You felt good, right? Well, you know, that's what you really want to tap into. The problem is getting to exercise. So, you know, don't think that you have to commit to an hour, to half an hour. Even if you just did 5 minutes of jogging on the spot, 10 minutes of jogging on the spot, you know, that's gonna start to release those endorphins. It's gonna start to make you feel better about yourself. So the next time that you feel quite low and quite, you know, down and depressed, try and do some exercise, and that's going to help massively. So the first one is exercise. The second one is to take a cold shower. Now, the way I recommend that you do this is to take your shower as you normally do, put maybe some shampoo on, and then change to cold. And then simply use the cold water to rinse off the shampoo. Now, it's going to be a real shock at first, but just know that your body is going to get used to it, and so are you. And what that's going to do is that's going to change your state. The cold shower will change your state. It's also, you know, people have said that it helps boost testosterone. If you're a man, that's going to help as well. So it's going to, you know, it has so many benefits. So really stick at it. I know it's going to be a shock at first, but that's going to change your state, and that's going to dramatically make you feel better as well. So you can take a cold shower, and that's also going to boost your mood. The third thing is what you eat. Now, I never really realized this, but a few years back, you know, I felt quite down a lot of the time. And I was doing well with work. I was, you know, a lot of things in my life was good, but I was eating shit. I was eating bad food. And looking at it, I had like lack of energy. I felt tired all the time. I didn't feel good. And that was because of what I was feeding my body. And so many people skimp on the food that they eat, but realistically, your nutrition is one of the most important things. You know, I always say that if you bought a Ferrari, you wouldn't put cheap gas in the Ferrari that could damage the Ferrari. So you need to see yourself as a Ferrari and feed yourself in the best possible way. So you really need to think about your nutrition. There are so many foods out there that can, you know, boost your mood. So start to look at your nutrition. Think if you're eating a lot of sugar, you're going to have tons of spikes. If you're drinking a lot of caffeine, the same thing. You know, if you're eating too much processed stuff, it's going to have an impact. So look at your nutrition. Maybe your nutrition can help you feeling low and feeling down. The fourth one is to speak to someone. So I did an article on opening up, and this is, you know, specifically hard for men. And I personally believe this is why the suicide rate for men is so high at the moment, because we're afraid to open up. We're afraid to talk to someone about our emotions and about what we have to deal with. So, you know, opening up and talking to someone is the biggest step that you can ever take to getting out of your depression. So you really need to think about that. Don't be afraid. Don't think that showing emotion is a weakness. Showing emotion isn't a weakness, it's a strength. And once you understand that, and you can open up to someone and talk to someone about it, you're going to feel, you know, a huge weight lifted off your shoulders straight away. All of those thoughts, all of those emotions that you're keeping to yourself and you're not openly dealing with, as soon as you speak to someone about them, you're going to feel them lifted. There was someone, I read an article once about a guy, this is like the most masculine way of putting it, and he said, imagine that you were dying to take a piss. So you were dying for the toilet. You really, really needed to go to the toilet. Let's say that you were drinking loads of alcohol and you're busting to go to the toilet but you couldn't go. And then when you finally get to go, that whole release, that whole feeling is basically what it's like when you open up and you talk to someone and you let all your emotions free. There's a huge weight lifted off your shoulder. That's a crazy example, but hopefully you can relate to that. So open up and talk to someone, and that's going to help you as well. The next one is to celebrate your wins. We don't celebrate as much as we should. We don't, congratulate ourselves as much as we should. If you've done something in the day which you're proud of, celebrate it. It's going back to like your inner child. When you were, a child, you always got given something. If you did something well, you always rewarded. And then you typically rewarded yourself as well. So your inner child is screaming for some kind of reward. If you do something well, reward yourself. And really tap into your inner child. What is it that you want to do? What do you have fun with? What do you enjoy? If you do something good, enjoy and celebrate it. It could be as simple as changing your body language. If you look into research about the power pose, people would naturally do that. If they win a race, the arms go up, and that's what's called the power pose. And just that body language change makes you feel a lot better about yourself. So you need to start celebrating your wins more often. And when you celebrate more, it's going to boost your self-esteem and it's going to boost your mood. So that's the next thing. The next thing is to cut back the beer, cut back the alcohol, guys. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a good beer, having a good, drink up at the weekend. But if you're drinking every day, you need to understand that alcohol is a depressant. So if you're feeling depressed and you're drinking, you're literally just feeding yourself a depressant. So if you cut back the alcohol, you might start to find that your mood and your depressive state starts to change as well. Like I said, there's nothing wrong if you want to go out and enjoy a beer at the weekend, or, once in a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once a month. But if you're drinking every night and you're feeling depressed, alcohol is a depressant. So you're not exactly helping the situation. Another one, number 7, is be grateful. So one of the simplest shifts that you can ever do is shift to gratitude. So if you're feeling, if you're worrying about money, for example, and that's putting you in a depressive state, then shift to gratitude. What are you grateful for? What do you have? There's so many things that we can be grateful for that we take things for advantage. So, you could be grateful for your health, the fact that maybe, you can walk, the fact that you can run, the fact that you've got water in the tap that you can drink from, the fact that you've got so many opportunities in the country that you live in. People take the country they live in for granted. There's so many people who are in so much debt and they're making, $5,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and they're in debt because they're overcomplicating things and they worry about the debt. But in reality, you need to be grateful for the things that you've got. And when you shift to gratitude, when you shift to what you're grateful for, you're going to be put into a positive mindset. Whereas when you think about what you lack and what you haven't got, you're in a negative mindset. So stop worrying about the things that you haven't got. Stop worrying about the things that you lack. Think about the things that you have got and the things that you can be grateful for. And that will put you in a positive mindset. The next one is know you're in control. Number 8, know you're in control. Know that this situation you're in right now, and I hate to break it to you, has been put in by yourself. You're in this situation because of yourself. So although that's a bad, thought when you first think of it, the positive side to that is you're in complete control to get yourself out of it. So you're in complete control to change your mood. So it's entirely up to you. You're in control of it, so it's up to you to change it. And the most important thing that we need to do, and men don't do it that much, is take responsibility. Take responsibility for the situation you're in, and take responsibility that you are the person who can get you to the next situation that you want to be in. So it's entirely up to you to get out of this state that you're in, and you can do it obviously following these principles as well. So know that you're in control. The next one, number 9, I'm trying to go through these as quick as I can, is do a good deed. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, go and do something good for someone else. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done, a good deed? You've done something good for someone else. How did you feel when you did that? Did you feel depressed? Or did you feel relieved? Did you feel excited? So go and do a good deed for someone. It could be as simple as buying the person behind you a coffee. It could be as simple as, carrying someone shopping. It could be as simple as helping out a friend. Do a good deed for someone, and that will put you in, again, a positive mindset. If you put all the focus and attention on you and the situation you're in, it's going to, you're going to still be in that deep hole. But if you look out and you try and help someone, and you help someone to do something that they want to do, it's going to again put you in a positive mindset. So do a good deed, that's going to help. There's a good thing that, you know, I try and do called a good deed day, where I take a whole day out and I just try and do as many good deeds as I possibly can. I need to get back onto that, but that's something you could do. But it could be as simple, like I said, it's just buying someone a coffee, seeing how happy they are with you doing that, and then that will make you feel better. So do a good deed. Number 10, seek silence. You know, we're so busy all the time. You might want to watch my video, how to relieve stress and clear your mind, because that's where I talk about silence more. But try and seek silence. When you actually just sit down and, you know, in silence, you can start to really reflect on things. But the problem is we try and keep ourselves busy because we don't want to listen to the thoughts and the shit that's going on inside. So try and seek silence. It could be as simple as, you know, going out into, let's say, nature and just sitting on a bench in silence. It could be as simple as sitting at home in silence. Just try and do that more often, because you'll start to self-reflect and you'll start to realize things about you and where you actually want to be going. So seek silence. Number 11, laugh. Just laugh more. Just watch comedy, just go out with friends, laugh more. Again, laughing scientifically will put you in a better mood. So it'll put you in a better mood, it'll put you in a better mindset, so start to laugh a little bit more. Don't take life so seriously. Everyone takes life seriously. Don't take it seriously, just enjoy it. Again, tap into your inner child. Things you used to do as a child that you loved. You know, go and do that now as an adult. Just go and do it. Just go and have fun, laugh more, and you're gonna feel a lot better as well. And then last but not least, number 12 is tidy up. And I'm massively guilty of this. You know, I'm a very unorganized, messy person. But when you don't tidy up and you walk into an office and it's untidy, that's gonna make you, you know, that's gonna make you feel down, and it's gonna give you a cluttered mind. So I like to say cluttered house, cluttered mind. You know, uncluttered house, uncluttered mind. So when you're working in an office and there's papers all over the desk, there's unorganized stuff everywhere, it's going to, you know, you're going to start to reflect on that and think, it's going to put you in a negative mindset. But if everything's tidy, everything's organized, it's going to, you know, put you in a much positive mindset. And Tim Ferriss is the one who said one simple shift that he did, which revolutionized it and changed his mindset massively, was he made his bed. Every single morning he made his bed. That's the first thing he did. As soon as he got up, he made his bed, because that then set him up for a day of, you know, being motivated doing things, because that was the trigger. But at the same time as well, when he come back in the evening, the bed's made. You know, coming back to a bedroom and it's so untidy is going to put you in a negative mindset. So see if you can be a little bit more organized, see if you can be a little bit more tidy as well. So I've gone through them really quick. What you can do below this video, there's a blog post that goes into a little bit more detail about all of these 12 methods. I hopefully enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment below, share the video, like the video. You can also head over to the link below this video and download the free book, Man Up or Man Down. And you know, and that will go into a little bit more detail about how you can get out of a depressive state. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all very soon.